Number 16, the argument from incredulity.
Incredulity. Yeah.
Incredulity. Popular fallacy of doubting or rejecting a novel claim or argument out of hand simply because it appears superficially incredible, insane, or crazy, or because it goes against one's own personal beliefs, prior experience, or ideology. Yeah, that's a big one. This cynical fallacy falsely elevates the saying popularized by Carl Sagan that, quote, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof to an absolute law of logic. Logic. See also Hoyle's fallacy, the common popular level form of this fallacy is dismissing surprising, extraordinary, or unfamiliar arguments and evidence with a wave of the hand, a shake of the head, or a mutter of that's crazy. Okay. So essentially what it's saying is um, if it sounds way out there, regardless of the evidence that backs it, because it sounds way out there, that means it's not credible. Is that essentially what it's saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll give a example. Young Earth creationist Kent Hovind is very famous, or I should say infamous, for uh, anytime he has this show called Whack an Atheist, where he will like just straight up attack atheists and just call them crazy and they're and therefore they're wrong. And anytime and it's normally scientists or science communicators that he is essentially trying to debunk. They will be explaining evolution, and then he'll say something like, well, you believe that humans are related to a pine tree. That's crazy. Therefore, you're wrong. And it's like, you didn't actually prove anything. You just said, nah, that's what this is.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this is a really for human beings in general, I think this is a really hard one because you have to, it's like I think what has to happen in order for this not to be acted upon is to not take conflicting information with your own model of the world personally. And I think people really struggle with that. Like I'm looking at yeah, like I just because I can recall many times where, and I wouldn't say in recent memory, but there have been many times in my life where something sounded absurd and therefore I remember feeling the desire to reject it. And I think that like, yeah, I don't know. I find that to be, it's funny. We have different themes as we go through this. This time I'm like noticing a lot of compassion for people in this go around. Like, oh, these people they just want to be right and they feel scared. And then something conflicts with how they see the world, and then they get more scared. And then they're like, no, that's not real. Don't tell me, don't show me. I don't want to see it. You know?
Which I think is fabulously ironic, especially for young Earth creationists, because we one of the traits of us evolving is our uh, wanting to be certain, wanting to be right, not necessarily using the scientific method. The scientific method is something that we discovered, and some other animals kind of do something like it too, like chimpanzees and elephants, but um, we actually put it into language. Uh, and that's a reason that we evolved rather than, well, that's crazy. That didn't happen. So it's essentially, in order to make this not fallacious, you simply just need evidence. If you have evidence the contrary of something, and then you can say that's crazy. If it is, that's
Mhm.
fine. It's kind of like the. Did we cover ad hominem? I think we did.
Yeah, you could have.
Okay. Yeah, ad
Yep.
hominem. Um, yeah, I'm sure we did. So yeah, it's kind of like ad hominem. It's like if someone like if Trump is being stupid, I can't just say he's wrong because he's stupid. I can say he's wrong for these different facts and also he's stupid. That's fine. But he can't be wrong because he's stupid. It's he's stupid because he's wrong. Anyways, uh
You take that down a rabbit hole for a while. That's a good one.
very good.